Are female predators ruining the internet, or is it their horny fans? Well, we're going to be discussing that in today's video called Female Predators and Their Horny Simps. Brought to you by Shoe on Head. We're big Shoe on Head enjoyers here on this channel. So link to the original video down in the description below. If you like the commentary and discussions and anything we talk about here on this channel, consider subscribing and dropping a like for the YouTube gods. With that all out of the way, let's get into it. Get your keyboards ready because this is going to be a juicy one.
About 3 years ago, I made a video called The Creepy Female Teacher Epidemic. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever made about the bizarre double standard when it comes to female predators. And for a little while, I thought the internet slowed down on that. Whenever an article came out about a woman preying on a boy, the comments were full of people from all different political spectrums and all across the world condemning it. I even saw some news articles correctly calling it out for what it is. And I really thought we were finally moving away from this.
No way.
I thought we finally moved past the creepy female predator double standard. Glamorous heiress, 45, charged with having sex with 14-year-old boy 4 times in one day. I regret to inform you, the journalists are at it again. So let's just get
the journalists. The ones that were just supposed to in charge with authority in our lives. The journalists.
This out of the way. She's hot, okay? She's a cougar, yes. But if I had an underage son and a 45-year-old woman touched him, they would have to identify the body using a cotton swab. So let's break down this article, shall we? This godforsaken article, which by the way isn't even the worst part of this video. Wait until we get to the comments. An Australian horse heiress is saddled with charges after being accused of having sex with a 14-year-old boy 4 times in a single day. The glamorous mother of 2. Why the f do they keep calling her glamorous? Why that adjective? Literally glamorizing pedophilia. Imagine an article coming out about Jeffrey Epstein, like, charismatic philanthropist, 52, charged with making love to 14-year-old girl 4 times in one.
This needs to be put in a picture frame with the names of every single journalist that encourages this type of behavior.
You shouldn't have to switch the genders to see how f***ed up this is.
Exactly.
But alas, who is the daughter of famed Aussie horse breeder Ross Daisley, strongly denies the accusations and intends to plead not guilty. Cops claim an unbridled Daisley molested the minor 4 times before 5 p.m. on May 20th last year. It's unclear whether the pair were known to each other prior to the alleged acts. Daisley's defense lawyer cried nay. However, prosecutors
And these are the people we give authority over our lives. Isn't that crazy?
Prosecutor Daniel Richardson claims evidence straight from the horse's mouth exists. Get it? Horses! Because her dad's a horse breeder. Haha, it's funny because she raped a kid. A recording reveals Daisley said, I thought you were going to call the police on me. I thought we had placed this in a little box and thrown it deep in the sea. Daisley is a trained naturopath who founded the business Smart Cleanse, which offers 14-day detox plans. The company website reads, over a number of years, Savannah has helped tens of thousands of people detoxify their bodies, lose weight, heal their digestion, improve strength and fitness.
What is this, a promo?
Reverse the aging process. Yeah, I'm sure she'd love that. Overcome various adverse health conditions through the benefits of detoxification and is passionate about doing so. Is this just an ad?
Yeah.
Read
an
ad. Is there a fucking ad for her company here? Am I reading an ad? Did she like sleep with this journalist? What is going on? Oh no, he's a full grown-ass man, never mind. This is who wrote this, by the way, this motherfucker, Andrew Court, who also wrote an article about how to please a hot MILF teacher.
If you know anybody in your life and they're like trying to grandstand you, and then you're like, well, what do you do for a living that you want to tell me how to live my life? And they say journalist. Yeah, just don't take them serious anymore. That's crazy. First of all, when she was reading that, I was like, this sounds like an ad placement. Thank God I wasn't the only one going crazy. And it's funny that I still noticed that, because I feel like nowadays everything has ads in it. Just even this water bottle has ads on it.
The author's barely disguised fetish. The language the New York Post uses here is probably the worst example of this I've ever seen. But if you can believe it, it is nothing compared to the comments. Good for him, glamorous, lucky boy, lucky kid. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty. Where were these women when I was 14? Where was she when I was 14? I believe it's called statutory. I call it lucky. The word is rape.
Hold up, let's go back. Let's go see, what was the profile picture?
I was 14. I believe it's called statutory.
Look at this. Look at it. Yeah, it looks about right. Looks about right.
Lucky. The word is rape. You can't rape the willing.
Oh my God, the same thing. Baseball cap, ball cap in a truck, taking a selfie, and probably with the Ed Hardy shirt. Oh my God.
Minors can't consent. Cool. But was he unwilling? What? The word is rape. Not if her partner consented. It's a child. They can't consent. That's like the whole thing. Let's just assume the boy was willing. It's not rape if he enjoyed it. What the fuck? But did he die?
Look at the picture. This is the back the blue icon. Isn't it ironic that the person with the pro cop icon is kind of justifying pedophilia? Isn't it very ironic that the pro cop account is endorsing actual crime? This is people call me like, oh, you're this right guy, this alt-right guy, and then when I make comments like this, people will call me, oh, you're just some libtard. This is why I don't really like talking about serious issues all too much, because no matter what you do, if you're someone like me who's in the middle that doesn't care to pander to anybody, I'll just say what I feel, and what is true, right? I don't have like a hidden agenda like a lot of these people do. I'll call it out as it is. But I think and this is one of those examples. You know, I'm gonna get criticized for being a libtard, you know, but it's so funny that the irony of someone like this. It kind of reminds me of conservatives who are like, oh yeah, like back the blue, the Punisher, and they have all these Punisher logos. But the irony is, if you're a person who is a cop and likes the Punisher, you're kind of the problem, because the Punisher doesn't like cops, doesn't like authority. And if you think you are the Punisher, you are actually the villain. You're actually the bad guy. So it's just really funny how this all worked out.
No. So who cares? Did the boy complain? That 14-year-old didn't complain about it, I guarantee. His parents did. Yeah, good parents then. I would be a little concerned if an adult was touching my child too.
Yeah, what the fuck?
He probably wanted it. He told her he identifies as a 47-year-old man, so it wasn't her fault.
This guy stinks.
Men can consent. When a boy becomes a man could be anywhere from 12 to 35. It doesn't even work to switch the genders on these people, because then they just go, oh, well, boys and girls are different. Note that if this was a 14-year-old girl and a man, no one would be congratulating him. Girls and boys are different. Boys and girls are not the same. Men and women are different. Boys and girls are not traumatized by the same thing. Flipping genders is silly because boys and girls are different. Shocking, I know. Girls will be traumatized and boys will be in—
Look at this profile picture. I feel like this is AI, but isn't it funny that why do they all look like this?
Heaven. Also, that's not even true. There's so many examples of men having serious relationship issues, love issues, sex issues, growing up after they get molested by adults. Because boys and girls are different. Don't tell the libs. They think boys are girls and girls are boys. They also think XX people could do X.
Oh my God. This is what I fucking hate, dude. Dunk on the libs, bro. Dunk on the libs. Yeah. Dunk on them. The fuck are you talking about, dude? This is literally, it reminds me of the blue line guy, the fucking pro cop account that's literally justifying fucking pedophilia. Oh my God, these people are fucking idiots.
XY jobs. What the?
These are the other side of the spectrum. The garbage on the other side. Right? You got garbage on both sides. This is the garbage on the other side. the retards of the right.
Libs owned. The liberals are outraged about this thread. Keep in mind, these are the same people disgusted are also fighting for pedophilia to be normalized. That's you right now.
Yeah, that's literally you.
Yes, there's a problem with leftists wanting to like destigmatize pedophilia, and there's all these people who co-opt progressive language to push it. Yes, I've made like 70 million videos about this, but right now, you are the one doing that. Let's compromise. Boys can consent, but girls can't. You're just virtue signaling right now and can't comprehend because you're a woman that boys and girls have different levels of vulnerability at that age. There's such thing as different genders. Young men and young girls are different sexually. I want
to go look at that profile picture. Why do they always look like this? Dude, this is one of the things why I deleted Twitter and I don't use it. Is because you have this like weird conservative like self-own. It's like they always kind of like she said, it's like they're anti-pedophile, but then they demonstrate pro-pedophile behavior. Whereas like the left will try to normalize pedophilia and encourage it. It's like no matter what side you're on, you're gonna lose. It's the reason why Epstein's Island was full of people from either side.
Thing as different genders, young men and young girls are different sexually. I love the young men and young girls because he knows typing young boys makes it obvious how fucking creepy this shit is. You're just saying this because you want Patreon donations from all the woke libs who pretend little boys don't get horny and are not different from little girls. This is virtue signal.
This person should be in jail for saying that. Also, again, look at the profile picture. I gotta move my camera. Look at that. Look at this fucking guy. Same hat, glasses. Isn't it ironic how that all worked out?
What a great advertisement. If you don't support pedophilia, donate to my Patreon. No, seriously, this video is probably demonetized, so please do if you can. Link in the description. Listen, when Pirates of the Caribbean came out, I was 14 years old and Johnny Depp was like in his 40s and I thought he was hot. Girls get crushes on men all the time. Celebrities, pop stars, YouTubers, teachers. There are girls who would also want it. That doesn't make it okay. And then Lydia from Timcast chimes in.
Timcast. It's so funny. Oh, you know what's funny? Hold on. So wait. Is this before or after he got caught taking Russian money? Because you see the Z. Hold on, you can't see.
I've been yelling.
You can't see my mouse, but Timcast, right? It's Tim Pool got caught taking Russian money, propaganda money. But it's funny that the account that she's affiliated with him, but the account that replies to her is a Russian icon. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh my god, that's. The irony of all that is actually really hilarious. But anyway, sorry, it's just a side note. I was like, that's actually kind of crazy.
That doesn't make it okay. And then Lydia from Timcast chimes in. I've been yelling about this for so long. That's because you're a woman. There are radically different standards for male behavior and female behavior. What harms girls does not harm boys. Okay, what if the groomer in question was a man? What if this young boy was attracted to this older man, which happens, and the boy wanted it? Oh, what changed? Suddenly little boys aren't men and can't consent? Just admit you're a fucking coomer projecting your sexual fantasies onto literal child victims.
That is what I've always, and I've said this in the last video, this is what I was trying to say last video. These freaks, these psychos, these mentally ill people that need to be in asylums, right? Or in a jail somewhere. These people, they're projecting because they have no other way of experiencing that. And they're shameless about it. It's actually, to me, insane that these people are not locked up.
Some kids can consent. What? Is this fucking you, sir? Talking about NAMBLA, the Man-Boy Love Association? What is the difference between you and NAMBLA? Both of you think little boys can consent. I'm starting to notice a pattern here.
Yep.
Jimmy on a beat, boy.
Groomer.
Whatever you say.
Groomer.
Okay.
groomer.
Okay, groomer. I've seen people being called groomers just for like having a gay flag in their Twitter bio. And I gotta say, not a fan of this whole watering down the term groomer. Not a fan of watering down terms like that. Never have been. I've been screaming for years how bad it is to water down terms like Nazi and fascist. Same exact energy. Especially right now with organizations like Prostasia popping up. Prostasia, which, if you've seen my video on it, is a tax-exempted pedophile club.
Which we will react to that video, but it's funny that those videos are so old, but if fast forward to 2025, they actually have power now and are like dominating the conversation when it comes to the modern feminist movement. It's actually kind of crazy. It's almost like this should have been addressed a long time ago. Like obviously like back then no one's going to expect it to get this crazy. But it's still insane that this is even worse now. It's insane.
We don't really want to create a boy who cried wolf situation here, because like I'm called a Nazi every single day. It gets to the point where like someone tells you someone's a Nazi and you're like, is he a Nazi or is he like a Nazi? Not normal, not good. It's why so many people winded up accidentally defending Richard Spencer back in the day, because everyone and their mom was being called a Nazi. So when a real Nazi enters the scene, everyone's like, he's probably just kind of edgy online, like all of us. Now imagine that happening to the term groomer. Like, I don't know how these people are throwing around the term groomer at things like Lego using a rainbow flag and then straight up supporting statutory rape. Like, make it make sense.
And that's why, like I said, we needed to nuke every single social media platform, and that's it. But no one's allowed anymore. Social media is done. It's literally fast forward 2 or 3 years later, and now we have actual grown-up retardation at set to 300% max capacity with I don't know where I was going with that, but basically there's the people are cooked, actually fucking fried. They're done. Get them off the internet, throw them in jail, throw them in asylums, cuckoo house, book them in there tonight, all of them.
So here are some comments from the article itself. These are just, she did what with how old? Kid must have been hung like a horse. Oh.
And the fact that they're fantasizing about that. Again, these people are commenting and fantasizing that to then comment.
God. So she enjoys eggplant, don't make her a bad gal. Where were these women when I was 14? To be honest, I was a bit immature at 14, but at 16 I began coming of age and really hitting my stride. I would have been all 7 inches in.
1, that's fucking gross. Number 2, did this person just admit that they peaked at 17? It's probably why they're leaving a comment like this, because they peaked at 17 and they were stuck there mentally and probably physically too.
Why? Why? She's been a bad girl and needs a spanking. I would have blown several loads into every orifice of her hot smoking body. Some of these comments, I swear, were written with one hand. Oh yeah, she needs a good spanking. Boomers are so like relentlessly horny online. Like unapologetically horny. Like they'll post the most depraved shit just out in the open with their full name and like a picture of them and their family and their Facebook profile.
And you know what? I honestly think these are the people that go to other countries and like do sex tourism. I think these are the people that would have ended up doing that. And like, I'll be honest, I am not a fan of that. And I've always said that I think it's disgusting, apprehensible. But I literally think these people are the exact same group of people that go to other countries and do sex tourism with people who tend to be much younger than them. I'm not gonna claim how young, but you could probably guess based on the country. They're freaks.
File photo. Zero shame. Like, they almost have my respect. The judge is obviously a progressive who doesn't have a clue. Why do they gotta make it about politics? Why is it the libs and the progressives and the Well, the Democratic men are too busy having their nails done to service their crazy old ladies.
Though that is true, why is there fucking 18 likes on this? These fucking creeps. Can we just lock up these people?
Do you smell
Those specific 18.
toast? Does anyone else smell toast? Can't the willing. Unfortunately, you can. Statutory should not apply when the kid is a boy. Lucky
What?
Kid should have kept his mouth shut. What's wrong with these Nancy boy kids these days? They don't know a good thing when they got it and are too dumb to keep their mouth shut. That kid should have been proud and shut his mouth. Where were chicks like this when I was 14? Why can't some guys keep their mouths shut? Can't believe the ungrateful kids snitch.
And you know what's funny? If you actually look into these, some fat, old, balding, sad, depressed, probably divorced conservatives, again, fat conservatives that are fucking losers in their life. And so they got to project their fucking sick fantasies online. Yeah, these people need to go to jail. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it's true. You can't be saying shit like this online anymore. And not even like a cancel culture. Like, I would understand if it was like a post-ironic irony joke. Like, I get if it's like a joke, right? If you're just being funny. But these people need to stop. We need to stop it.
These young boys these days are soft. I was sexually active like a rabbit at 14. My lips would have been sealed. He probably told a friend who told a friend who told a friend. Kids really need to learn to shut up. If it's true that the kid did have sex with her, let this be a lesson to those thinking about having sex with someone under 18. Ah, finally, somebody normal. Yes, let this be a lesson. Don't do it, especially when you are boozed up. Teenagers don't know how to keep a secret. Oh. So it's not don't be a groomer because it's bad. It's don't be a groomer because kids will snitch. If you're like me and you're concerned with the growing normalization of pedophilia, you have to realize this type of coomer journalism is part of that. There was recently another article about a female predator. Texas teacher Helen Page accused of student romance. Student romance. That's what it's called now. And I love how they actually have a mugshot here for once because she's not hot. But like USA Today recently published an article about how pedophilia is misunderstood and cited one of Prostasia's favorite doctors, Dr. James Cantor.
It's like no matter, and this is the irony of me talking about stuff like this. I'm gonna get hate from both sides, but that's the truth. Is one side is trying to normalize it and allow people to participate in it without going to jail, while the other side projects their fantasies because they know it's illegal, but they're still encouraging the behavior by projecting their fantasies online. So it's like, it's almost as if the two sides are meant for each other in jail. It's almost as if
the same James Cantor who said that he wants to add the P in the LGBT. Great sources, USA Today. So maybe now is not the time to repeat map talking points, like maybe the boy wanted it and some kids can consent. Now, just to be perfectly clear, I do not think the people saying this are all literal pedophiles themselves. I know they're just putting themselves in the kids' shoes when they were that age and thinking of all the teachers and the older women they had a crush on. But by saying things like this, you are pushing the rhetoric that kids can consent.
And that's the point. That's literally the point. Good job, shoe on head.
And that's dangerous. That is part of the normalization. So that's the end of this video. I hated it. Have a wonderful day.
That's literally the point. Is like, the thing is that these people, that's why I say just fucking lock them up, throw away the key. We lose nothing with these people being shunned. But it kind of goes to the point where, like, if you're very, like, if you look at, it's funny how these videos predicted so much and called out things that you would have thought we would have taken care of by now, but we haven't. But like you see the normalization of basically pedophilia coming from the left, but then you got still even more today, the projection coming from the right. But ultimately, you still have these journalists, these these arbiters of truth and morals, journalists, essentially allowing the problem to still exist. When will this ever end? I have no idea. Hopefully by we can watch this video back in 2026 and say, hey, did it actually finally end? Did we get the good ending? Well, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below what you think about all this. Love you guys. Check out the next one. Bye-bye. This video is brought to you actually by viewers like you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. Let's create new memories this 2025 on our road to 1 million subscribers. And with all that jazz out of the way, I just want to say thank you so much. I love y'all and enjoy the video.